Hi there everybody, and welcome to another video. On today's video I have this VW Golf 2016. This is a state version here. I'm gonna be showing you the location of the fuses. So I was just looking at the manual here, and the manual shows that there are two fuse boxes in this car. And one of them, well, if you have a left-hand drive car, then it says here fuse box cover in the dash panel, left-hand drive vehicle, to the left-hand side of the steering wheel. So your steering wheel would be here, and then the fuses would be behind a little box. In this case, this car is a right-hand drive vehicle, so we need to open the glove box here, and then we'll do that in a minute, and we'll find the fuses behind the glove box. And also we have fuses in the engine bay. So in the engine compartment, remove cover 1 of the fuse box plastic, and then there's some little pliers in there for pulling fuses. Now we also have a table here, fuse table for fuses in the dash panel. This table here, you have numbers. There's also a few relays in here, but the relays, I don't know what they're for, because they're not, the manual doesn't really tell you what the relays are for. So we're just concentrating on the fuses here. And also we have a list of fuses for this box here, which is this list here. Now just remember that if your vehicle is varies, it could be slightly different to the vehicle I'm showing you here, because you may have electric seats, you may have heated seats, so that will obviously add fuses. So this is more or less what we have for this particular car here, and it looks like it starts at fuse number 4 to fuse number 53, and there's fuse number 4 starts there, and then it finishes at fuse 53, which is just there. So then we have the fuse box, engine bay. Again, we have some relays there and fuses. So we have a list here as well. So make sure you have a look at the list that I'm showing you here, because if you ask me what fuse is for what, I will not know by memory. And so just have a look at the list. So it looks like here there's only literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fuses that are being used. Fuse number 6, 14, 15, 19 and 37, the ones that are in blue. The rest are most likely not to be in here. If they are in your vehicle, they probably cover something that this car doesn't have. So just bear that in mind. And also at the page, this page here shows you what a blown fuse looks like, and you can see in here the little filament is blown, or in this example here, or here. So these are supposed to be one piece. And then we have the little pliers as well. So let's try to look at the fuses physically. Also, you have a list here that it says what ampere are the different colors. So black fuses 1 amp, purple 3 amps, orange 5 amps, brown 7.5, red are 10 amps, and blue are 15 amps. And you have some more here: yellow 20 amps, white or clear 25 amps, green 30 amps, light green 40 amps. And fuses cartridge, we have blue 20 amps, pink 30 amps, green 40, red 50, yellow 60. Preparation: if you're gonna change a fuse, switch off the ignition, the lights and all electrical equipments. Open the appropriate fuse box and then detect a blown fuse. Shine a torch onto the fuse. This will help you to spot the blown fuse more easily. That's correct. That really helps if you shine a light. And if a flat blade fuse ATO mini has blown, this can be recognized from the top and side through the transparent housing by the fact that the metal strip has melted. So when it melts or it blows, literally, it looks like that. So let's have a look at the fuse boxes. And the one I'm going to show you first is the one in the car. So if you get your glove box down, you need to first disconnect this little damper here. If you push it down, then you can sort of pull it out like so. Just get it out of the way, and then you will find a couple of clips holding this cover. So we need to push this cover down, but at the same time push these clips up, these ones. They can be a little bit hard. I've already done one of them. So that one there is already out, and now I need to take this other one out. But because there is a bit of pressure from that one being out, this one is a little bit hard to push, but basically that's how we push it up, and then the whole thing comes down. So it might not come down as savagely as it just did, but that's because I'm only using one hand. Nevertheless, it's okay. Those are the bits, this bit and the other one, that are sitting behind this, but these are quite hard to push all the way up to release that. That's why I've used this, and it makes life a lot easier. And in there are the fuses, and you can see there are some relays as well. Now these fuses, you can also see that all holes are filled, so there's a lot of empty spaces there, which means this car probably just doesn't have those facilities. If you want to find a specific fuse that your car has, then you can have a look. So all the blue ones here are the ones that are available. The ones that are not in blue, like say, I don't know, fuse number 18, it's hard to see, but fuse number 18 there is not painted in blue, and as a result it's not fitted, it's not available. But if you were looking for something like let's see, one that might be available, and any of these here will be in your fuse box. So say the central locking or the cigarette lighter That's usually a common one. People asking me about cigarette lighter fuse. So let's have a look at that. Fuse number F40, 20 amps, cigarette lighter sockets. Now fuse F40, according to this, it's, if you look, is that one there. Fuse F40 is right next to that F50 there, which let's have a look, a closer look. So fuse F50 just here is not available, but F40 is right next to it, right there. And that would be so this here, this empty slot would be fuse F50, and F40 is the 20 amp yellow fuse there, that one there. So if you were looking for that particular fuse, that's how you can find it. Just have a look at the list of what you're looking for, and then find it here, and then you can find it in here. So same principle will be for the fuses. On the engine bay, get your bonnet open, and then you'll find this, which is what holds the fuses. So if you take this cover out, you have to press these clips, get that cover out. There's the little pliers. These little pliers help you, basically they help you pull fuses out. So I'm not gonna take it out because I don't need to pull any fuse at this moment in time. So here we have some of our fuses, relays. Okay, so something I just noticed here, if you read your manual, it says here, the table shows the fuse location of the electrical equipment relevant to the driver. The first column in the table contains the location. The other column contains the fuse design and amp rating and the consumer protected by the fuse. And depending on the market and the specification of a vehicle, the fuse numbers and positions may differ to other given in the table. If necessary, ask Volkswagen dealership for the exact fuse layout. Because something I just noticed is that this fuse box here shows you 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 fuses, which are the ones that are shown in here. Horn, front wiper blades, auxiliary heater. But what they're saying is that basically those are the relevant to the driver, which means those are the ones you can replace if they are blown. But if you look at your actual fuse box, here you have extra fuses there that are not actually numbered. They're not actually shown on the list. So the extra fuses shown in here, for example, basically what they're saying is that they are not relevant to the driver, and as a result, if you wanted to know what these fuses are for, or some extra ones here in here, then you need to contact VW for a full list of the fuses, which is a little bit of a pain in the neck, really, considering if you found a blown fuse and you wouldn't know what it's for. But I have seen this issue on a few VWs already, where they don't actually have a fuse list on some earlier models like a 2014 or 15, they had no fuse list whatsoever, and the manual suggested you contact VW for a list, because what they're saying is that every model is different, and as a result, if they put a fuse list, it might not be relevant to the vehicle. So it's a little bit of a, I don't know, weird approach, but it really depends, because a lot of people also tend to do silly things and then cause problems to their cars, and then the manufacturers have to take different approaches. Kind of makes sense as well. So nevertheless, that's what we have. In this particular list as well, for example, we have fuse F37 20 amps auxiliary heater. That one would be the one there. However, this car doesn't have an auxiliary heater, and as a result doesn't have that particular fuse. It should be the second one down here. So F37 somewhere here, but it's not there. So so that's it really. I mean, all in all, I hope the video helps, and also just contact VW if you need a full list. Give them your chassis. So hope the video helps. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.